Ex-MSNBC analyst joins Ukrainian forces against Russia. What? My name is Nathan Laurie. If you are new here, we talk about the law and the facts. If you're about that life, don't forget to like this video, share this video, and subscribe to the channel. All right, so here's a Washington Post headline, right? So one of the correspondents from MSNBC was so fed up with what was going on in Ukraine that he picked up a gun and headed to Ukraine and now is fighting for the Ukrainian military. Wow. You know, you're talking about being committed to the cause. So first, let me introduce you to this guy. His name is Malcolm Nance, and he's a counterterrorism expert and former MSNBC analyst, and said Monday that he joined Ukraine's Legion of Foreign Fighters. Okay, and going to stop the Russian advance. So this guy is in Ukraine with a gun fighting for freedom. But so let me show you who this person is. So here's his take on the Rittenhouse case, for instance. Let's do his take on Rittenhouse. So this is Malcolm here on the left with the brown. This is the guy who's going to Ukraine. He's going to give us his take on Rittenhouse.
Have been inside the white supremacy movement and had mainstreamed itself into the Republican Party world. And by doing that, what they've done is that they have steeped Kyle Rittenhouse in the tea of white supremacy iconography, whether he wanted to be there or not. But what he did by his very action of going to a protest across state lines, being within a group of armed men, performing what they call the Korean on the rooftop, right? Defending a position, whether it's a business or other, where they were not invited, and then getting into this fight where he killed 2 men and wounded a third. That is now the template on how to protest against Antifa or Black Lives Matter or any other person that they consider in the white supremacy world race traitors. You have to understand that for some time, these thoughts have been completely underground. They were not mainstreamed, but now they are. And worse yet, at some point, someone is going to weaponize the self-defense. And when I say weaponize it, I mean they are going to have a designated Kyle Rittenhouse. Yeah. And when you can anticipate or precipitate an attack, whether it's bottles thrown at you, then not only can that person go back and defend himself, others can turn their weapons and carry out a massacre and say it was in defense of another person.
I'm just going to say it. The guy doesn't really know what he's talking about, right? So for everyone who doesn't know, Kyle Rittenhouse was brutally attacked, right? Somebody was chasing him. They were trying to grab his gun. The guy threatened to kill him. And when he was backed into a corner, he shot the guy. Now, don't get me wrong. I understand, you know, taking life, blah, blah, blah. But Kyle Rittenhouse's case is a textbook case of self-defense. I've done so many videos. They should be popping up all around here, right? Videos that I've done on Kyle Rittenhouse. Anyone who watched that case knows that it wasn't about racism. It wasn't about extremism. It wasn't about any of that stuff. It was about a guy who was hired to be security for a car source or a used car lot that was not even at the protest, right? The protest was somewhere else. The police moved the protesters to where he was at. So this whole Kyle is going to a protest. That's just all nonsense. And that's who this guy is. He's on MSNBC because MSNBC loves to spread the lies, and he's just right there spreading the lies too. So this is who we're talking about, an extreme left-wing lunatic who doesn't care about the truth, right? Just is like, hey, we're lies. But he has served his country. He was I forget what they call it. He was an intelligence officer in the Navy. So thank you for your service. And now he's going over there to Ukraine. So now let's see his interview with Joy Reid about the Ukraine thing, about him being in Ukraine. There it is.
And Malcolm, we just watched that video of you, and Ali Arouzi was attempting to interview you for us to get more information on what you're doing. We saw those cruise missiles fly overhead. So explain to us why you are there and what you are doing.
Well, as you know, I spent quite a bit of time here in the pre-war period. And when the invasion happened, I had friends who were in Donetsk, who were in the Ukrainian army, who were writing to us and telling us, we're not going to survive tonight. We've been hit 500 times. You know, these are graduates at Defense Language Institute. These were my friends. And, you know, as the more I saw of the war going on, the more I thought, I'm done talking. All right. It's time to take action here. So about a month ago, I joined the International Legion here in Ukraine, and I am here to help this country fight, what essentially is a war of extermination. This is an existential war, and Russia has bought it to these people, and they are mass murdering civilians. And there are people here like me who are here to do something about it.
And we have some video here. This is some video that was shot by Allie's team of yourself with some supplies and the things that you are working on while you're there. We know there are about 20,000 people from 52 countries that are currently in Ukraine and have been there from the start of the war. What are international troops like yourself, what are you all tasked to do?
Well, we are here for one purpose and one purpose only, and that is to protect the innocent people of Ukraine from this Russian aggression. And, it's not a conventional war, Joy. Even though you have two armed forces going head to head here, what you have is you have another group. I won't even refer to the Russians as an army, just using mass heavy weapons that are used in combat against civilians. They are destroying infrastructure. And then you find that they go to the cities and they massacre men, women, and children. And that is the fundamental reason everyone is here. The International Legion is a multinational force. It is men and women. There are, thousands here who are here to protect this country. And for the most part, we really have to assist them in any way to stop this. And so I've decided I came here to assist them, with the skills that I have myself.
So he's over there fighting for Ukrainian freedom. So, it's funny because I don't know how I feel about this, right? On one end, I'm kind of like, well, hey, if you're that convinced that this is wrong and you feel like, hey, picking up a gun and going out there and shooting at the Russians is the thing to do in a Ukrainian military outfit, more power to you, right? It's a free country. Go handle your business. But it does let me, it's like, these are the reporters that MSNBC has on their side. Now, part of me says, well, hey, this guy's putting his money where his mouth is, right? He's going out there to the front lines. He's like, hey, I think this is all BS. I think they're wrong. I'm going out there and do something about it. So part of me is like, yeah, that's pretty cool. So what do you think? It's obviously this person, Nance, is committed to the game. He's sitting here in a Ukrainian military uniform about to fight for his country. And I think it's an admirable thing, but it's like, like, what are you doing? Right? It's like, really? This guy is an older guy. Is he just doing this for, I don't even know why he's doing this. It just seems weird. Let me see what let's see what the Washington Post thinks about this. Malcolm Nance, a counterterrorism expert with MSNBC. We saw that. Well, here's some people on Twitter are going crazy of it. Here's, what's it? Asen Nance. The more I saw of the war going on, the more I thought I'm done talking. So about a month ago, I joined the International Legion. After the interview, Nance reiterated his message about why he's fighting Russia. Look, he's tweeting out, I'm done talking. Is this guy just doing this because, is this just a publicity stunt? 151,000 likes. He's done talking. He's there now. A spokesman with MSNBC did not intentionally respond to requests for comment on Tuesday. The network tweeted Tuesday that Nance is a former analyst and is not currently affiliated with the network. He joined Ukrainian forces after he let his MSNBC contract expire. So in other words, they want to make sure that he wasn't really, he wasn't an analyst. He wasn't on the payroll. He first let our contract start. He went and started doing this crazy stuff. In southern Ukraine, Russia demanded surrender, so they're talking about the war. Nance is 60 and globally recognized counterterrorism expert with decades of experience in U.S. intelligence, according to his author biography. Is this supposed to be his autobiography or his autobiography? Yeah, I think it's supposed to be his author biography. Nance 60, and he's a globally recognized anti-terrorism expert. So we'll see. I just think it shows you though one thing though. I don't know. This to me seems like it shows you the extremism on MSNBC, where their correspondents who are working for them in Ukraine, stop being journalists, who's picking up guns and fighting the war. I hope all the best for this guy and his family. I hope he knows what he's doing, but this is crazy. Let me know what you think in the comment section. I just found this story to be kind of, this is MSNBC guy joins the Ukrainian military. Well, with that said, let me know how you feel in the comment section. My name is Nathan Lloyd. I'm out of here. Peace.